Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and the Executor has returned. This is the second time the Executor has come back, so if you missed it the first time around, this is your second chance to unlock it and then start earning those bonus shards in the journey guide. So it's located in the solo journey, and here is the ship. Now, I did a video on my unlocking experience for this ship, and it was a bit frantic. I literally had an hour from when the ship from when I met the last requirement for unlocking the ship to when the event was going to run out. I needed that last arena crystal payout, and so I was kind of frantically trying to complete the event as fast as possible. I did get through it, but it wasn't as structured, and I didn't really learn the event, and I didn't really, kind of put together a solid tutorial, walkthrough, helpful video. It was just kind of, hey, go on this ride with me and experience it. And that was fun. But now that the event has come back, I sunk a little bit more time into it, and I wanted to see if I could put together a better, shorter, more to the point, but also more well-informed video for unlocking this ship. And the twist that I'm going for is to do it with a low relic level, low gear level Beskar Mando. You have all the requirements for this ship, which are very high, and so you have to meet those. You have no wiggle room there. But Beskar Mando is one of the members of the team that you use that is good with this ship, but his requirements are not high. So I completed this event with a Gear 8 Beskar Mando, and I still have Mech Gear 8. And so what I'm going to do is try and go through the final tier, Tier 4 of the unlock for this ship. This is the last hurdle you need to complete, and then you unlock the ship at 4 stars. And then, of course, there's also the bonus tier, which recurs every month to get you those 10 shards to build up the stars for your ship. So, in this tier, we are up against General Kenobi and the Negotiator. And it is a very difficult fight, and I struggled with it in that video. It took up a ton of the time that I had, a ton of that hour of time. I tried a lot of different lineups, tried to do a lot of different things to get this to work, and I eventually stumbled through it with kind of a weird lineup. I used the Houndstooth and Beskar Mando, and I think the Imperial TIE Bomber, just to try and have some meat at the beginning of the fight to take up some hits and survive and get things going. And it worked, but it wasn't pretty. I've been experimenting, and I think a much better lineup is to use Houndstooth, of course, Beskar Mando, even though he's low at Gear 8. We can go in and see him. There he is. And I like to use Boba Fett. He's great as a reinforcement, of course, with his team, but for this mission, having him in at the start provides a lot of abilities and opportunities to soak up damage, get ability blocks, do a lot of great things to get this team rolling, and still complete the event. I've run this maybe 10 times now, and I think I won every time, maybe except for once. There's a little bit of RNG here. So we'll go with that lineup, and then, of course, everybody else just goes in. So let's see, now that the cameras are rolling and we're doing it live, let's see if this works again. All right, we're going to try and slow things down here. All right, a couple of opening salvos from the enemy team, and they seem to target Beskar Mando. So he's good to have in there because he's got that extra strong toughness because of his buffs at the start of the battle, whereas if you pull him from the lineup, just one of your ships gets nuked. So I think he's essential, and his abilities are very good as well. All right, so Houndstooth is going to go first for me. You can ignore the taunt of the Y-Wing because it doesn't have a pilot. And, of course, the main threat here is Jedi Knight Anakin in his ETA. So we're going to try and take him down first. I think it makes sense to open with the Breach, with the first special. It applies the Breach, and it kind of gets things going, and you want Breach on Anakin's Starfighter so you can start to target him with some additional abilities down the road. Okay, so now we have Beskar Mando going, and there's a bit of a choice, right? We can go in with the next special. It'll apply Breach, and it'll also apply buff immunity, which makes sense. When you use this ship in PvP, that's really important to do. But I've seen too many times where I do that and that I don't have the firepower to push through Anakin and take it out and remove the Unyielding Loyalty before losing track of him. He'll recover it, or they'll reapply it, or whatever. So instead, I like to go with the basic here, because then it puts marked and we can start putting damage on him, and then later do the buff immunity. So I like the basic here on Anakin, and there we go. We get marked, and now we have Boba Fett going, and then again, we're going to switch targets here, and I think I'm going to go to 5s. So now when I use the first special here, we'll hopefully get an ability block on Anakin. Again, slowing him down, also doing damage. Because he has target lock, the missiles will hit him too. So that goes out, and we do get the ability block on Anakin, so that's great. And now because we have marked on Anakin, we can even switch the Executor target. Normally the Executor can't switch past the taunt, it can't ignore the taunt like the bounty hunter ships can, but because we have marked, we can do it. And now we can do the mass call to assist here. There is a thought about doing the heal on Boba Fett. We do, we want him to taunt, we want to get him healed up. I don't think we need to do it yet. That's one of the ways it can go wrong if he gets nuked here in the next salvo. That's a restart, that's RNG, but I think the most consistent way to win now is to send that mass swarm attack at Anakin. Alright, so the Negotiator fires back. All the shots go into the Hound's tooth. That's exactly what we want. And now we can spread the target lock around here. We could put this on the Y-Wing. I hear that, or put it on 5s. That might be the way to go, but instead, we want to focus Anakin here. We want to get some damage, so I'm going to stick with it and keep going here to try and take him out. And then once again, we'll send the basic to Anakin. Hound's Tooth is doing great, soaking up that damage. And yep, once again, we're going to keep focusing Anakin. And okay, so now what I like to do is call in for the first reinforcement. I like to call in IG-2000. Again, get that next bounty hunter ship in here, get that synergy rolling. So let's do that. And I think going for the stun here will be good. And now this is set up perfectly. Now we want the buff immunity. So now we can use the special. And I think we'll call IG. He should get the double tap, but it's not going to matter. Oh, we didn't get the buff immunity. That's oh no, he's not in stealth. So I'm not 100% sure what happened there. I'd have to go back and watch it. I thought he would try to go into stealth because we hit the Unyielding Loyalty, but the buff immunity would prevent it. But that doesn't seem to happen because he doesn't have buff immunity, and he's also not in stealth. So a little bit of a weird one, but that's still the strategy that we want. Anakin's in the open. We're doing the damage to take him out. And I think now if we send out the seismic wave, that will take out Anakin. There we go. He's down, and now we're rolling, right? This is going to be probably straightforward from here. If we get the heal on Boba Fett from the Executor, then he'll go back up to full health. We'll have 2 tanks. We'll have damage dealers behind them, and we're working towards that ultimate with the Death Star. There we go. There's our heal. Let's go, Boba Fett. He's fully charged and ready to go. I think we'll switch now. Let's try and take out Counselor. He's got some heals and assist abilities. Let's get marked on him. He's the lowest. Again, we're removing guns from the fight at this point, just to make things easier and to make our survivability go up. Okay, is there any reason to spread this breach around? I don't think so. Let's send it to Counselor. And we have the seismic charge ready again. I think what I'm going to do is instead go for the missile swarm. Anytime we can put out a full team of ability blocks, that's probably worth it. So let's do that. I don't think the seismic charge would take out Counselor, or I'd go for it. So instead, tons of ability blocks, really shutting down the enemy team. And one more good attack here should do it. And we'll do a call to assist. You could probably go with anybody here. I think I like Bomber in this situation, but Vader's even better. Now that we've got those locked target locks, Vader can do his special on anybody, remove their turn meter, remove their taunts, just go nuts. So let's bring in Vader, and let's... Oh, that's not going to do anything because he'll just retaunt. Let's try and do the damage and take out Counselor. We didn't quite get it. I think he had Unyielding Loyalty up. And we're looking for 1 or 2 more attacks here. Okay, the bombers come in. Not a problem. We're in good shape with our health. We don't even lose a single ship. And can we take him out here almost? Boy, that's close. All right, this will do it. Counselor goes down. 3 ships left. And the only question is the Death Star ready yet? No. Okay, so now I think 5s. Oh, we can't switch. We don't have any marked. So we're stuck behind the taunts with Executor. I think we'll go for Sarge. We want to get his protection off to get that taunt to drop if we want to switch our targets. So let's go with him first. We'll do the swarm attack. Most of their guys have days, so we're not going to get all the attacks through, but any 1 or 2 extra is just going to help us get there a little bit faster. And now we can ignore with Beskar Mando. Oh gosh, but Sergeant is so low. I'm going to focus him and try and take him out first. He seems lower than 5s. So let's do that. Oh, 1 more hit. He's going to get a heal here. Yep, he's bringing in Plo. Double tap. Is it enough? Big hit here. Nope, no double tap. All right, there we go. Death Star laser is up. We can fire that off. Everybody gets stunned. And now it's just easy pickings here. Again, let's go with the missiles. Everybody will get some ability block, or at least a chance for ability blocks, and we'll take out 5s anyway, or Sergeant anyway. And then we're just going to kind of plow through. I think 5s should be the next target. Everybody's stunned. I could re-stun Plo. Let's do that. And I think that might be our first time we had to use our basic with the capital ship. Seismic charge is up. That's great. Might not be enough. It is enough to take out 5s. And we're home free, right? They might take out a ship at this point. But we certainly have it in the bag. Let's switch here. Let's go for marked. Let's do buff immunity on the Y-wing. And let's bump it up to 4x. Now we're not going to miss any of the fine details at this point. This is cleanup. Let's go for the heal on Boba Fett. Again, you can put it on Beskar Mando there, but then he gets the taunt. That's kind of the one downside to the heal. It puts taunt on. You really don't want Beskar Mando taunting. So watch out with that. But if you have Boba in, you definitely can put it on him. You want him taunting. So that was kind of the reason that I went for the switch in the lineup to use Boba Fett. And man, I tried so many different combinations in that first video, but I never tried this one, and I don't know why. It makes a whole lot of sense. So there you go. We didn't lose a ship. That's a 3-star. Interestingly enough, if I go into the battle, I completed it at 1 star, like losing ships when I did the unlock event, and that stays. You can't kind of upgrade that. Now that I did it flawlessly there and didn't lose a ship, I don't have it as 3 stars. It's still a 1-star mission. So a bit unfortunate that you can't go back and clean that up, but that's okay. So that worked great. There you can see the strategy. I like the starting lineup of Houndstooth, Boba Fett, and Beskar Mando. Like I said, delay a little bit with the first special from Beskar Mando. You don't necessarily want that buff immunity on too early. Wait and get marked on Anakin early, so then you can do the swarm attack with the Executor, and that will help you burn through Anakin early. And then once he's down, it's mostly cleanup. Bring in IG-2000 as your first reinforcement. Keep the heals going on your 2 tanks. Then you can bring in pretty much whoever you want for that last sub. It can be Vader's Advanced TIE Fighter. It can be, you could even use the regular TIE Fighter, bring it in with its first special. It gets Foresight, and if it dodges, you're going to be feeding Turn Meter. The Bomber is very good by putting out burning. You can't go wrong with that last one. If you get to that point, you probably have this in the bag, and then you're just counting down until the Death Star laser. So that was great. Again, super consistent now. I think I'm 10 for 10 on this, if not 9 for 10 or 10 for 11. So hopefully that helps you out. If you have a low gear Beskar Mando, you can still get through the event. And I've done the bonus mission. I've one-shot it twice as well with Gear 8 Beskar Mando. Very doable. I'll have that video up as well. So good luck with the Executor chase. The grind is real, but when you get there, you can kind of cheat it a little bit with your Beskar Mando at low gear. So thank you guys for joining me. Hope the video helps, and I'll see you next time.